I'm Derek Johnson with Tatango.com, and today I'm going to show you how to use the Tatango software to send a mass text message. And not a mass text message to all of your subscribers, but a mass text message to a certain segment of your subscribers. And as you'll see as I walk you through this process, these segments can be really for anything. It could be subscribers that live in a certain state or live within a certain amount of miles around a zip code, or maybe even have the first name Derek. It really doesn't matter. A business can build any type of segment with the Tatango software. So let me show you how that works. I've created this demo campaign, and I'm going to click messaging and new message. And segmenting works on both SMS or MMS messaging. So up here is where I would regularly send a message to all of my subscribers. Right now I only have 2 subscribers, but this is just the demo campaign. If you go down to the very, very bottom though, you can click send to segments within the list. And when you do that, that's going to allow you to weed out, essentially, people that don't meet the segment that you're building. So you're only going to send messages to people that meet the requirements of the segment that you're building. Now there's 2 options here. Subscribers match any of the following conditions or all of the following conditions. Depending on kind of your use case, you can select one or the other. I'm going to use all. And I'm going to add a segment. If you go into the subscriber variables here that we offer, and these are the default variables, you can also segment by custom fields. So let's say you had a loyalty program number for your customers that was stored into Tatango. You would see the loyalty number down here, and then you could segment people by maybe their loyalty number starts with 1, 2, 3 or is 6 digits long. So you can use both our default subscriber variables or custom subscriber variables that you create within our system. So as you can see, there's actually a lot of default variables: age, area code, birthday or birth date, the wireless carrier, when they were added to the campaign, their email address, their first name, gender, last name, opt-in keyword. So if you have multiple keywords, you could send a message to only subscribers that texted in one keyword and not the others. What their phone number is, their sign-up source. This is great if you have keywords, but maybe also web forms, and you only want to send a message to subscribers that came into your campaign through a web form. There's also state, tag, so you can tag your subscribers like, VIP member or, high, spender, and then you could only send messages to your VIP members. Time zone and zip code. So I'm just going to use zip code as an example here. I'm going to say I want to send a message to subscribers where their zip code is within 25 miles of 98121. And I can always click the refresh segment here to get a refresh count of how many of my subscribers meet that criteria. Now, because I've selected all, that means all of these segments that I'm building, a subscriber has to match each one. It can't just match one or the other. It has to match each one. So for this segment that I'm building, I'm going to say that the first name must be Derek. So this, because it's all, means that I only want to send messages to subscribers where their first name is Derek and their zip code is within 25 miles, and we give you a lot of different options here, of 98121. Now, if I select any, that would mean that it could either be a subscriber that is within 25 miles of 98121 or, instead of and, or their first name is Derek. So if their first name's Derek, but they don't live within 25 miles of 98121, for this segment, they would still be included. And again, many different options that you can include, and each option has its own different variables. So, is within, is not within, include, start with. There's many different options as you go through these. And essentially allows you to take a large subscriber database. Some of our clients at Tatango have millions of subscribers, but maybe they only want to send a certain message to males or females, or maybe the message only applies to people in a certain time zone or a certain state. By segmenting the message and sending the message only to that segment, the brand is now able to make the message extremely relevant, which increases the ROI of the message. That is how you send a segmented message using the Tatango software. Also, if you decide at any point you want to just send to your entire list, you can always just remove those segments and click Send SMS Message. It's that simple.